guys, let's go ahead and work on lick number 5, or at least alternate bass line number 5. And this is another old school lick that I absolutely love. It's probably one of the most familiar Boogie Woogie bass lines. And I used to love to listen to Oscar Peterson, still do love to listen to Oscar Peterson. Oscar Peterson, when he would do his solo concerts, he would play it like this, like double time, and play it super fast. I'll try to find a recording of that to show you guys. But let's do the slow version for today. And what we're doing is in our left hand, we're doing an octave. Let me play this up the octave so that you guys can see the whole left hand bass line. So it's C octave, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1. So C octave, then you go to the third note and you go chromatically, which means in half steps, chromatically up. The next note, the next half step, the next half step. C, C, E, F, F sharp, G, G, G. And my fingering is going to be the same on all 3 chords, C, F, and G. We're doing 5, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1. Now, there are 2 ways to practice this. One, you can practice this really straight. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or you could swing it 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. And what I find is that with beginners and even some intermediate players, you're wanting to, or it's good to practice it straight. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then once you get the pattern, you can start being a little bit more loose with it. Okay, let's go ahead and put that with the right hand. Again, I'm an octave up so you guys can hear the example and see the example, but normally we'll play it an octave lower. So in the right hand, you just lock it up by using your C triad. So sliding from the minor third to the major third. You guys know this lick from volume 1, but here we go. There's the triad against the C. When you get to the F and A, you're on the E note with our 4th finger. Then F gets F and C. When you get to the G and B flat, you're on F sharp. And then G and C are together. Then you're F and A with a G on the bottom. And you end with your C against the G. And a good thing to do as you're first getting used to this is just practice left hand only. Because what you're doing is you're getting your hand used to playing the octave, and also you use 4, 3, 2, 1 chromatically up to the G, and then you open up your hand again for the octave, which is really important to do. And there's another lesson in there for when you're playing blues and things like that, and you want to do what's called a pedal point. You actually roll up to the 5th note of whatever key you're in, and then you play the octave. So it's a very useful skill. All right, so let's go ahead and work on F. So the 4 chord of the C blues is F, and we're going to find the octave here. We go octave, 3rd note with our 4th finger, up to the 5th note, which is C, and you do the octave. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm doing F, F, A, B flat, B, C, C, C. Fingering is exactly the same as we did on C. Okay, let's put the right hand with that. We're doing a triad first with the octave. When you get to B flat and D, you're with the A with your 4th finger. B flat and the F together. The C and E flat get the B. F and C together. B flat and D get the C, and you end with your C and F together. Remember that you can use YouTube to slow this down. Okay, let's go ahead and go to G. G is the 5 chord in the C blues, and you guys know the lick in the right hand. So the left hand is G octave, and then your third note is your B with your 4th finger, chromatically up to the 5th note of the chord, which is D. So G, G, B, C, C sharp, D, D, D. And remember, or notice that my fingering is the same, right? 5, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1. You're going to practice that nice and slowly. Okay, in our right hand, once again, we're at the triad, right? The first thing is getting the triad working for you. So octave and the G's line up together. Now, for the C and E, I'm with the B, which is the 3rd note, of course. Then the C and the G are together. The D and F get the C sharp. G and D together. Then the C and E with the D. And you end with your G against the D, and then it starts over. Again, if these are new to you or you feel like it's beyond your level, the best thing to do is just practice the left hand only and very slowly and get used to that, because it will get easier. I couldn't do it when I first started, and I had to work at it as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that together in the context of a simple C blues. We start off on C. Then we'll do it 4 times. And there's my anchor note. Remember that I like to go to that next note, so in this case it's F. Now watch this. G, F, sorry, and back to C. Let me start over. 4 times. This is 2, 3, 4. Back to C. G. F. C. What's nice about that is when I go at the last part of the blues, I'm on G. Now it's right next to F. And then the last part, I'm already on C in the bass line. So then it starts over right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, here we go. Watch this. G and C. So even I have to practice those coming down as I'm playing it through. There's certain spacing that you have to do to get set up for the next one. Let me do the G coming down again. Down. So as I'm going, in order for me to do it, I'm visualizing where I need to be next. And the way you're going to do that is if I'm on the 5 chord, I'm visualizing my pinky getting to the G. Now I'm visualizing the F. So this is a good example of me practicing the same kind of way that you practice. I noticed I was a little bit sloppy as I was coming down G, F, and C. So I had to kind of think about, well, why am I missing that? Why am I kind of missing that one note? And that was the reason, because I wasn't visualizing the F with my pinky, and then C. Let's see if I can do it clean right here. C, 2, 3, 4. Now here comes the F. There it goes. Now I have to think C again. Now slow it down. Watch. G, F, C. All right, cool. Well, that was a good practice session, not only hopefully for you, but for me as well. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this course, this alternate blues bassline course. And as you practice this stuff, remember the key right now is the left hand, and you can focus on just the left hand only, and you will get really good at it really quickly. Have an awesome day. I'll see you